All right, guys, we are going to uncover and talk about today moving through the feeling of uncertainty and how that feels and looks like coming from the W 2 role to the entrepreneurial role. I wanted to talk about uncertainty because it is something that is a underlying for a lot of people because ultimately we want to feel safe, we want to feel like we're going to be okay, and it'll freak anybody the hell out. And I want to lead with this quote by Maya Angelou. If you are trying to be normal, you would never know how amazing you can be. And I think that's so powerful because mediocrity and complacency, it can fall on anybody and it sneaks in like a thief in the night, right? And it's just like if you're going to be normal, you're going to get normal results. And I am a Kanye fanatic and I do watch Kanye daily, and nothing about him is normal. But all of the greats don't operate in that space of complacency, mediocrity, and they dwell in the uncertainty comfortably. And that's something that I want to dig in today. And if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a corporate worker or W-2 worker that have been struggling to transition from that role into your business, I want to extend a invitation to my community, Bridging the Gap, where we talk about these things, we support and lift each other up, and it's just really about building a space that's safe to help you transition from one end to the other, because we've done enough for these corporations. We have the capability and we're beyond skilled to be able to thrive independently and have our own businesses. So that's what it's about. That's what the community is about. And if you're all about that, check the link in the description and join my school so that we can get you to the other side, bridging the gap. So I want to talk about how uncertainty is actually a gift. It is not a curse. A lot of times people feel like when you think of uncertainty, sometimes people synonymously link it to irresponsible. And a lot of times we'd be like, it would be so irresponsible if I just quit my job and left and thrived and had this visionary or vision to be successful or be great for my family and my legacy. And that's not crazy. It's not something that you should be having a story around in terms of you wanting to build your legacy, right? Now, of course, I'm not saying just get up and walk out with no strategy, no plan, and just figure it out. There are some people that believe in themselves and know the power of their resilience that they can get up and do it, and they'll do it comfortably because they truly believe in themselves. But with people who are building the confidence to believe in themselves and to know exactly why, hey, you're great at that company, but imagine how you would be if you had your own company. And I need for us to tap into that. So uncertainty is literally proof that you are expanding and stepping out of your comfort zone. And that's some of the things that we have a problem doing, like stepping out of that comfort zone, because it feels so safe. It feels so like everything you need in that moment, but it really limits you and paralyzes you. And it could really impact your legacy more than you think that it's helping it. And the thing about success, when we imagine success, especially myself, like being a perfectionist, we think that we have to have everything streamlined and it has to be figured out. And the reality is that's not even true, because you got to do it messy. You got to get in the mud. You got to be messy. You got to be okay with it not being 100%, because ultimately the real truth is you only have to be one step ahead of your audience in terms of like, hey, I may not know how to do it all, but I guarantee you I know how to be resourceful to make sure I can get it done. And that's where the power really lies, when you know that you can get it. Like, if you, resourcefulness is like one of the biggest skills that you need to have in any field, and most importantly in entrepreneurship, because you're not going to go in that space. It's not an SOP there to walk you through how to do this, and that, because you're creating the process. And as you're creating the process, you have to know how to, hey, I can't immediately resolve this technical issue. Let me go on Fiverr. Let me go in this community. Like, you have to be able to leverage your resources to get you to that end goal. And my thing is, with team collaboration, I feel is everything. And I feel like being in this community and creating a space where people can network and collaborate, there's no way you can lose. Because if you leverage your skills that you gain from corporate and come into this world and be able to network and have a successful turnaround, you can't lose. So I also want to talk about the pain points, right? So I'm gonna go over a few pain points and just kind of expand on them a little bit. And one of the pain points I know for a fact a lot of people go through, I don't know what's next, and it terrifies me. You be scared as shit, right? Like, you so scared because you like, oh my God, I'm about to do something. The last time I tried something, it didn't work out, or this time and that time. And you have to keep this in mind. You have to be fearless. Like, if you really want to see real change in your life, you have to be fearless. Like, a lot of the shit that we are scared to take action on, we're building scenarios that haven't even happened. And more than likely, it will never happen. And as a result, we get paralyzed and take action. And I want to leave this quote with you by Audre Lorde. I am deliberate and afraid of nothing. That's what we need to, let's say it together, y'all. I am deliberate and afraid of nothing. What if uncertainty was the doorway to your freedom? What if that dark place of nothingness that you imagine in your mind as uncertainty is the doorway for you to step into your highest success? And I need us to keep that in mind, because it's like, what if this is the answer? What if this is the way? Like, I know logically, and logic will tell you logic will really have you paralyzed and not doing nothing. And that's why a lot of times you can't lead with logic. You got to go by how you feel. How does it make you feel? Do you feel good when you enter and do things and make decisions? Like, paying attention to how you feel and knowing yourself is going to be key on your entrepreneurial journey. Another pain point I want to talk about, I want everything perfect before I start. I talked about that. Like, in my mind, when I picture something, it's already glamorizing at the highest level it can be. And it's just like, if my process doesn't start the way I see the finished product, I'm like, I'm not going to do it anyways. And that's just so far from the truth. Like, you literally, I don't know if everybody else has experienced this, but I'm literally in a space in my life where I literally have to take one step at a time. Me trying to think about anything outside of that day, that moment, that course of action brings extreme anxiety. I get overwhelmed. I'm flushed, and it's like, girl, you is freaking yourself out. Take the first step. Take the first step. Collect your data, recalibrate, and refine it and make it better, and either do it again or take a next step that's in alignment with that. All right. So, again, there is no perfect time to transition. Your first version won't be your final version. And that's just the thing. Like, you're going to create things. You're going to have to refine it. It's not going to be the ultimate finished product. And we need to keep that in mind, people. Like, it's okay for it to be not okay. It's okay for it to get revisions and to be refined and recalibrated to make it better as a product and or as a service. Pain point. What if I fail? What if you do that shit for the rest of your life, just sitting there hating going to work every day? Like, it just got to the point, like, pulling up to work felt like, oh my God, what am I doing here? Like, it isn't in alignment with my feelings. It doesn't make me feel good. Like, what am I doing, like, for real? And fear of failure can keep you stuck. Instead of avoiding it, I wrote down this exercise here. Write down your worst case scenario and then write 3 ways that you would recover in the instance that it happened. And I feel like that will ultimately help remove that fear from over you, because it'll be like you built a contingency plan. Like, even though that shit may not even happen, and maybe even there may be other variables, we're just going to outline 3. And if those 3 worst things happen, how would you recover from it? And another quote I want to leave you with: you may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. And that's by the great Maya Angelou. You definitely, let's go into this pain point here. I can't just up and leave my job. We talked about this. Creating a exit plan or a not a quit plan, right? We're doing a exit strategy plan. We're going to strategize leaving. And strategy may not be for everybody. This is just for people who really don't have the bandwidth to say, I don't believe in myself enough to just up and quit my job and know that it'll all work out in the end. So I'm going to build a contingency plan, right? We're going to call this the Great Corporate Escape. We're going to have you create a date where you're going to escape from your corporate nightmare And then you're going to work backwards with monthly targets. So basically, you're going to create milestones like, okay, the first couple weeks, I'm going to work on this. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to have this saved up. You're going to like build you out a exit plan so that you can leave your corporate situation into your business. But you know, you may be a person that loves your corporate job, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you can do both, right? But I do want us to be able to take our ideas and be creative, because that's what we're here to do, is create and provide great services. And when you provide great services, you will definitely see the fruits of your labor. So everyone should be creative. No matter how great your corporate job is, you still should be giving something and offering something from, you know, your experience here on earth. Like, I just think we should all have maybe a passion project or a business that will be in alignment of what you truly love to do. Like, just working and paying bills is just not the tea. Like, it's just not. I want to leave y'all with this. I am an architect of my own success, right? Like, and mindset is going to be very big, because you're going to need to feed yourself every single day. Like, you get up and brush your teeth and take a bath, you're going to have to feed your mindset and your spirit every day to know that you're very capable of transitioning out of that role, and you're very capable of starting your business, and nothing can stop you. Like, I'm pretty sure there's been scenarios where you just were very resilient and you overcame a lot of things. And why would it stop now? Like, why would this job is not the all and be all, and you deserve better and you deserve more. So we're going to conclude this video by saying the perfect time does not exist. We're not going to sit around and think that this perfect time is going to come. The time is now. Even if I challenge you, take at least one step today towards whatever it is, whether it be a passion project, whether it be you wanting to learn a new skill, whether it be you wanting to start your own business. I challenge you to take the first step today. No matter how small it is, it's a win. And I really want you to leave in the comments what you decide to do and how that's going to work out for you. And I really want you to understand that leaving corporate, what you have an idea, what you built the story around as your safety net, your safe place, like, it is scary to just up and get out there. I'm not going to discredit anybody's emotion, because it is freaking scary, right? Especially when you have a family and you've, you know, your whole lifestyle is built around this. It will be so scary to just up and just quit. So I definitely understand that, right? But the great thing is, I'm here to guide you on that journey. And I want you to join my community. And the community is not about saying F corporate, right? It's about saying, hey, let's use all of the skills that you have right now to build you a business, or to start a passion project, and or to start doing different skills, because that's what you just simply deserve. Like, why wouldn't you? Like, why not? And if this resonates with you, I want you to drop in the comments, I'm ready. Drop me some rocket ships, because we're about to take off. Join my community. It's absolutely free. And I'm going to leave a final quote with you guys. When I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less important whether or not I'm afraid. And that is another quote by Audre Lorde. Lorde, I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah. So that's the quote there. And that quote is basically saying, when I'm really doing it for my vision, who gives a damn about being scared? Who gives a damn about being afraid? Because that desire and that burning fire that's within you. It needs to come alive. It needs to be materialized in this realm. So I challenge you, take the first step today. I hope this conversation about uncertainty has really helped you, at least make you feel like, hey, you know what? I'm going to take that step. I'm going to take that step. Now, I ain't telling you to go finish it. I ain't telling you it got to be perfect. But what I'm saying is, take the first step. Join the community, right? Because I'm really going to hold your hand, girl. I'm really going to hold you accountable, and I'm really going to make sure you push yourself to meet that goal. And like I said, I don't give a damn if you want to be a ballerina, girl. I'm going to push you to be a ballerina. We're going to create the space for women, especially Black women, come together. And it's not just for Black women, but I want this group to be Black women focused, because we're always on the totem pole of everything else. We're going to be first in this community, right? And I'm going to make sure you guys be successful. My goal is to help 1 million women meet their dreams, meet their goals, and to complete their passion projects. So join me in the community, y'all. Drop in the comments, like, subscribe. What is it? Hit the bell, hit like and subscribe, whatever. But y'all know what to do at this point. Thank y'all.